Hello everybody, welcome back. Wasn't planning on being back on Charlotte this quick, but this is not a repeat of Gen 4. This is ARCA, week 4 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. I myself in top split again, got both Nick and Gavin in this race, so I think I've gotten to run against one of them at a time, never both of them at the same time. Didn't manage to out-qualify them. I qualified where I was supposed to be, car number 18, and we're sitting 10th. Maybe I'll have better luck than I did last week at Dover. However, it's a mile and a half. I'm always terrible at here. I got a feeling we're going to go into the back. Just 18th or better would be a great finish. So quite a few cars out-qualified where they should be. So we'll see where everybody moves. Get lined up. Try to do a quick first gear start, get into second gear just to keep it from being bogged down on the start. I don't know how well it's going to work,
Jake,
but
get
let's
ready.
see what we can do. 35 laps of Mount. I have fun.
Green, green, green.
Here from Charlotte again. No cautions this time, so it's going to be all about tire saving and the pace. Turn 3 has been my problem. Get on the throttle a little too early. We're out the right front. Hopefully I don't snap it off the corner on cold tires either. And I can impose the arc on my driving style clean. But a good start. Able to get around 14, so puts us into 9th.
P9.
Long way to go though. Just need to study and watch. It's going to be the best thing for me in this race. Being around all these high I-rated guys, quick guys. Just keep it on the right rear. Not slut the tires either. Pretty tight pack right up ahead for 4 or 5 cars.
31.15. Car in front
Leaders
lap
are starting to check out.
31.41. That last lap was at 31.39.
Kind of slipped up there a little bit, 1 and 2. I'm just gonna sit behind him for right now. It's a bit too early to try to get in like side-by-side racing. I know getting the spots as quickly as I can would be worth it, but I'm just gonna sit and try to serve tires a little bit.
The last lap time was at 31.48.
Just really trying to find that edge of not being on the right front too much, but also not being too far off the pace in the corners. Just see, it seems like everybody is able on the throttle a little bit sooner than I am, so they might be braking slightly earlier into the corners.
That's your fastest lap. The guy ahead has just posted a 31.26.
I'm not keeping pace with everybody out in front. Hope will just be that I'm not burning tires up too much faster than them. I know I'm sure I'll be burning up faster, but looks like it's been clean so far behind as well.
You've just done a 31.45.
It's very, very, very early on. There's plenty of time for people to be falling back later on and people to move forward. If I can finish 9th, I will be more than thrilled with it. It'll be a great start to the week. Just kind of keeping everybody in sight.
Alright Jake, that's good consistency. Keep it up.
Comfortable gap, 13, 14 behind. One guy, I think he's still second. He qualified second. I don't know if he's still there. I've raced an ARCA league with, so you know there's some very good talent in here all across the board. This is top split first race of the week. Wasn't sure if the mile-and-a-half would draw in a ton of fast guys that would put me in like second or third split. I'm a little slow again off of 4. It's behind, although I need to start looking at potentially making a move on him. 15, 14, Nick all closing up. Just kind of maintaining pace, feeling fairly comfortable with the car at the moment. It's 25 to go across the line, so almost to a third of the way done. That's too wide, a little bit of block in there. Going into turn 3. It's the 6. Side by side with the 10 up ahead.
You've just done a 31.74.
These guys have all not been able to separate from each other since the start of the race. 11's fallen back from them, but the longer they continue to battle the 4's involved in it, then the more it'll allow us to close back in. Looks like they single file it back out. 10 falls back. 6 goes to 5th, I believe. Back up the lifting point into 1, and using a little bit too much right front or wheel deflection in. Let's pull back away from 14 and Nick. Drove 3 and 4 there quite a bit. Got smoke. Front stretch from something that must have happened.
Your lap time was 31.92.
Just holding my breath. Just waiting for me to make a dumb mistake. Or for tire wear to really kick in and I start falling back, but
That's my bad.
fairly happy with the drive so far. Nick able to get around the 14, so put him up to 11th. I don't know how hard he's pushing it, but I'm sure he's a little bit quicker than I am. Better run on the 11, although still a couple car lengths back from him. So he's starting to get a little bit tighter in the middle of 3 and 4. I almost over-rotated it in the center of 3 and 4. Able to catch it. 11 is about half a second back. 4 up ahead. Starting to get a little tight in the center of the corners. Who's going to need to be trying to cut underneath them from the center off. If I can get close enough.
That lap was a 32.13.
Run there. Right. Trying to get to his inside here down the back stretch.
He's still there. Still there. Clear high.
Try not to slide up so that he can't cross over underneath. Look at that, I actually made a pass.
P8. That
Doesn't
was
mean it's gonna stick, but
32.38.
I made a pass, and it wasn't a free spot. I'll take that.
hopefully can start slowly pulling away from him.
Sorry,
Be halfway done the next time by. Looks like maybe driving in just slightly deeper. Seems to be hurting his exit off a little bit. So we go halfway.
Okay, Jake, that's half distance. Fuel levels are fine. That lap time was 32.42.
Drove one a little bit there, too early on the throttle. You need to wait a little bit more, kind of kills the runoff. Nick's kind of stabilized at about 6/10 back. I don't know if he was just looking to get by the 14 and then kind of get back into tire saving mode. 13 is closed up on the 11. Hopefully they get into a bit of a battle and it can allow me to
just done a
build a little bit of a gap. With 15 to go when I cross the line. A little too early on the throttle there in turn 3. Pushed me just a little bit wider. You can see the 11 gets a good run.
The guy in front is Harvey.
I don't think I have anything for 4 or the 10 up ahead. To be running 8th, I am really, really happy with that. It's going to be tough to stay here because the 13 I think has a bit more pace than I do. Like I said, I'm really hoping that the 11 will put a big fight and kind of hold them up.
Did I run you up last corner? You just get the wall.
Overdrove 3 really bad there. Not going to be kind to the right front, kills the run off. Gotta quit making mistakes like that. Nick's bringing a bunch of cars with him, so who knows where I could end up finishing before all is said and done. You can see there's like a 7 cars probably behind.
That was a 32.6.
Relative, they haven't really closed up, but I think they're all coming. A little loose there in turn 2. Like I probably overdrove the car a little bit. It's allowing the 11 to close back up. He's going to try to look underneath. He's not quite able there. 13's trying to find a way around him. Gaps have stayed.
That lap was a
Pretty consistent, but
32.75.
I know I'm just a mistake away from being put in a bad position. Try to hang on to it with 10 laps to go when we cross the line. Try to break a little bit longer into 3. Keep it from tightening up too much. Front pack of cars is sailing off into the Charlotte afternoon. I'm just trying to hang on to 8th. Maybe if a wreck happens, I can dodge it and pick up a free spot or 2. Right now it's just holding my ground. You know, I'm probably slow car of this pack, holding everybody up, but
Nobody's really closed up all that much, so it's not like I'm way off the pace. It's tough to pass here. In some ways this felt a lot easier coming to it right after the Gen 4, in other ways it felt still pretty tough. Just because of how much momentum you have to keep up. You can definitely feel just the difference in the wheel spin and the power. Just a bit of drag. One is like overshoot the corner a little bit. Picked up about half a tenth that time. I'd say he saved tires a little bit better than I did. Kind of at the point where I'm like, I just gotta go. Hold on to it for 7 more laps.
I'm not used to you on the car. This is my first time driving these.
Falls back just a little bit that time out of turn 2. Just picking up the throttle a little too much there in 3. It's kind of pushing it up a little wide. Pick up a little bit of time on the 11 and 13. Nick's closing in slightly, but he's going to have to get by both of them before he gets to me. Apex too early that time. Can run off. 5 to go once across the line. Gets a little loose there off turn 4. Buy me a little bit of a gap. We'll see if the 13 tries to go around him on the outside.
That was a 33.00. Okay, Jake. Lap times are pretty consistent. The gap ahead is now 2.4.
13 does clear him on the outside. Now Nick's going to try to look. 11 throws a bit of a block on Nick as they go into turn 3. I assume that's Gavin there as well. Could be wrong. So watch that battle. I get too loose in turn 4. I got a nice gap, 4/10 back to the 13.
That lap time
4
was
to go.
33.00.
I know the right front is not going to be in good shape at this point. Just hoping it's a big enough gap that 13 doesn't have enough time to get to me. Like I said, I know he was quicker. The 11 was going to have to be my saving grace to hold him up. 3/10 is the difference, 3 laps to go. Now it's 4, that helps. Again on the tail, back bumper of the 11. Turn 3 again. 2 to go.
Two laps left. That was 32.90.
Just moved himself back up to 5th. Be side by side with the 6 for 5th and 6th. It's like the only side-by-side battle happening up front as I way overdrive turn 3. White flag. Just gotta keep from making too big of a mistake.
White flag, 1 more to go.
Jerking it down to the bottom a little too quick there. Falls back from the 11. Just want to make sure that I did not overdrive turn 3 this time. Whew. Wow, 8th place, great
great finish for me. I know I was nowhere near the pace of the top 7,
That's it. We're done.
but felt like I was quick enough to hold down 8th. Wasn't like I was, you know, having to throw blocks or anything aggressive like that. So
Yeah, I was gonna
for
make
being the
it past
18th
top
car,
if we want.
I'm completely fine with 8th place. That was a really good race, really clean, a lot of fun.
It just stalled.
It was a lot of good battles around the track, a lot of clean battles, I thought. Yeah, fun to make a pass on the 11 cleanly. 66.70 for Justin, who I believe finished in second. Sorry about that. Yeah, it seems like right around 66.70 is what everybody was. Take a look and see. Nick was 59.66. Yeah, Justin ended up finishing second. He was 2 seconds back of Larry. Larry's just so good. 17, able to bring it home in third. Really great run by him. Really great run. Like I said, I've run league races before, and he's looked really good.
Was
So
kind of unnecessary blocking, and I was there those times.
Gavin finished in 13th, right where he qualified. Nick picked up quite a few spots. 6. Let's see what my tires were. 69.75. So needed to be on the right rear a little bit more than what I was. But for me, I guess it's not terrible. I mean, it was, like I said, I can either find the pace to run up front, and obviously I kill the tires and I fall way back, or I can find somewhat close to the wear percentages, but then I just don't have the pace. So yeah, it's a work in progress. Let's see what happened. I want to see if I can try to find the pass that I made on the 11. Because I know there was quite a few times I'd lifted for him. Let's see. This way. Let's go watch how I'd set it up. I believe it's going to be this one. This lap. Nope, not quite. Get to the next lap then. I think he was just pushing it a bit too hard, driving in a bit too deep, kind of on the right front a little too much. Yeah, it was this one. You can see really big run. And then just tried to use the tires, get to the inside. I probably came close to getting the back bumper, which would have spun him out, but not quite even with them, but close enough. And then, like I said, I tried to make sure to not overdrive it so that way, A, I didn't slide up into him if he was going to drive it in hard on the outside, and B, it would prevent me from sliding up the track and allowing him to cross over underneath. I've done that quite a few times, that I just drove it in a bit too deep on the inside of him, and then with that shallower entry angle, it just pushed me up the track because I was carrying a little too much pace for that line, and it would allow him to slide back right underneath and get by me, and then the pass was almost impossible to complete at that point. So tried to take that into account this time, hang on to it. Felt like once I got by him, I was going to have a decent shot at pulling away. I thought I had a bit better right front than he did. So you can see that, like I said, I had nothing for anybody up front. Larry was gone. He was in his own zip code, and then you had second, third, fourth close together, bit 6th and 7th, and then just that was kind of, so we had some packs. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Just obviously completely different than how Dover went, so nice to have a good run. Mile and a half, you know, it's some pretty tough competition. Obviously, some people that beat me that, I don't know, I mean, I guess everybody in front of me should have finished ahead of me, but 17 looks like, probably in my opinion, one of the best drivers, way performed what he's supposed to, which really good on him. That's, you know, what I aspire to do. Just got to keep working on these a little bit more. Maybe bread and butter, a lot of schedules, and something I need to work on, especially if I run trucks at all for the pros. So keep working on it, but good to get a good start off in the week, and hopefully it's a sign of things to come, that I put that bad luck wrecks behind me and keeps going better. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Love to hear from your feedback, and until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.